And welcome to this episode of Cartoon Karting. This week we will be racing around a beach/sea track, and we are going back to the competition. No more hamsters and mechs or raccoons this week. Before we go around and say hello to everyone, please take a moment to check out the links which my bot is currently spamming at you in the chat, including all of our social links, places you can find us and support us. Sponsor information. Big thank you to Magehand Press, currently present, and also Bird in the Storm Publishing. You can find out all of their information in there as well, and there's a whole bunch of stores where you can get 10 to 15% discount, and there's also a link to the tweet there, and retweeting the tweet really helps us. Thank you. Let's go around and say hello to everyone. Let's start this week with Justin at Magehand Press.
Hi, I'm Justin. I'm the community manager over here at Magehand Press. I'll be playing Manny Tuco, not Manny Zuko. I goofed up there, Scrat. Anyways, I'm sorry. We make cool supplements for 5e, including Dark Matter and Weird West, both of which Scrat's played for the past couple seasons, and they've been great and highly entertaining to watch. Check out his YouTube channel to see some more. And check out store.magehandpress.com if you want to play them supplements yourself.
Yeah, and I will update the Academy code at some point as well. You might have to remind me about that. Send me another DM so I know what to change it to. I know.
Scrap, so you know. But I'll.
MHP scrap. Okay, I could even do that while we're live, I suppose.
Yeah, you could.
Next round, let's go to Kate Swells at D20 Error. Oh hi.
Oh, hello. My name is Kate. I am the GM for D20 Error, which is at twitch.tv/D20 Error. We play 5e D&D. It's just a small group of us. It's pretty dope. Oh, and I'm going to be playing Carol Louise Martin in this one shot today.
Fantastic. Next round, we welcome back Squire D&D. Squire, it's great to have you back.
Hi. So yeah, you can find me at Squire_D&D. I don't do much, so feel free to look around my empty page. But I'll be playing Guinea Fox today, who's very reserved and just there as normal. So yeah.
Fantastic. Love it. Last but most certainly not least, we have Kylie at Stonefly Kai. Kylie, oh hi!
Oh hi! I'm Stonefly_Kai, like Scrat said. I'm playing Luna, who is a small runt lemur, and her friend Sparky, who is a large sloth. And Luna is she, her, and Sparky is he, him.
Fantastic. Well, today we start on the beach. You'll all be lining up to race. There is a crowd gathering, but today there's no mares or anything giving you special missions to retrieve things or anything like that. We're back to standard racing day. In the paddocks, we have the Beer Brothers, as usual, lining up in their cardboard cutout beer tankard. Not sure how they're going to fare in the water today, but we'll see how it goes. There's also Femme Fatale Fiona's returned. Turns out she had the hardest name to pronounce, which made her the most easy to remember. So she'll also be in the lineup. And also the Chuggabug. The Chuggabug will be racing today. The brothers and their bear Yogi. Why don't we go around and talk about all of our cars as we line up to race today? Let's start with Luna and Sparky first.
I forgot to think about my car.
Improv at its best.
I feel like it is just a typical racing car and has like leaf designs on it. Improv at its best.
Perfect. And do you want to base it on any particular car or?
No. No. I changed my mind. You know those? I want it to be a tour bus.
Okay, you're racing in a tour bus, a leafy
Mhm.
tour bus.
Mhm.
I love it.
Like if
I-
you went on an Amazon Safari or something, or Amazon Safari, that's two different things. Like a tour of the Amazon.
Fantastic. Chat are returning with 10 out of 10 improv here, Kylie. This is what we tune in for every week. Thank you.
Premium content.
Premium. I'm looking forward to the what was it, the Sahara Jungle Tour or something? I can't remember.
Are you friends with the wild thornberries?
Oh, can it be the Wild Thornberry bus? Take the
Yes.
Wild Thornberry bus.
It sure can.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I
Fantastic.
appreciate that.
So next, let's put Squire on the spot. What does Guinea Fox's car look like?
I was kind of thinking of a Jeep Wrangler, which is
Mm.
pretty similar to that. But yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Yeah, a Jeep Wrangler. Okay, nice. No custom mods. You can do it. You can make it look however you want. I mean,
Oh, nah, we'll just stick with that.
yeah, no, hardcore. I love it. A little bit of Jurassic Park-esque kind of skin there. Beautiful. Next, Kate. How about now? Do we refer to Carol with her full title, Carol Louise Martin, or does she shorten to Carol?
My friends call me Carol, so of course you can call me Carol. I will be driving my trusty 2006 Toyota Sienna. You know, it's a very classy. You know, it's been with me through a lot. You know, it's got the one automatic door. It used to have two automatic doors, but you know, my youngest son, he had some cereal and he stuck it in one of the sides, so now it's only manual. But it's also got some very nice, like nice soft felt interior. I did do a little bit of extra splurging and I got the built-in TV monitors, so very excited to bring it out.
Fantastic. Last but most certainly not least, Manny Tuco, you're in the Greased Lightning again, or are you changing up?
No, he is in the Greased Lightning, but he has a bit of an ostentatious entrance now. So, a golden door opens in the middle of the sky. A staircase with a ramp opens up along with this door. And Manny's singing World on a String by Frank Sinatra as he makes his way down the ramp, his car following along. And then he tosses a very, very fancy, shiny golden rod back through the door as it closes.
Of course he does.
Oh, and he's wearing a crown now, in addition to his typical leather jacket with popped collar and greased back hair.
Is it still leather jacket or maybe ermine lined? Or
No, it's still got to be the classic leather jacket, you know.
yeah, but
Doesn't want-
linings.
He's got to stay to his route, you know, his roots, you know. He is a man of the people.
Cool. So is there? Yeah, for the time being, we won't go into any mechanics or anything yet. We can just do some pure roleplay. People are setting up, getting ready to race, sort of like a pit check before they go through the racing. Would any of you like to speak to anyone? And thank you very much, Bulk Zerka, for that raid. Welcome in.
Luna's gonna talk to Sparky and be like, Sparky, are you ready? Are you ready for this? You're gonna have to go really fast.
Am I playing Sparky? Because I totally can.
If you want to play Sparky, sure. That's not fast enough, Sparky. That's not gonna work if we're gonna win. And I'm gonna feed Sparky an energy drink. Sparky? Are you frozen, Sparky? He might be frozen.
Hey. So is your animal okay there?
My animal's fine.
Good to hear.
hoisting themselves into the carriage.
And Luna's like gonna climb on top of Sparky's like shoulder.
At this time, after slowly, carefully buckling in one of my children into the back seat, there's going to be like a beep, beep, beep as my automatic door slowly closes on my 2006 Toyota Sienna. And am going to walk over to Luna and Manny being like, oh, aren't you just the sweetest little thing? Do you want some orange slices? I have some extra in this Ziploc bag here. And there's a little as I pull open the Ziploc bag, and there's a bunch of orange slices, freshly cut, just for the race. I'm so excited.
That's awful nicey. I'll take one of those.
Oh, of course. And by the way, might I just say, I love your ride. It's automatic, it's systematic, it's hydromatic. I love it.
I appreciate it. It took a lot of work to get it to where it is now.
Yeah, It looks really good.
I'm gonna slap Sparky's hand, who's reaching for an orange slice. We don't take fruit from strangers.
Oh, you're so right. Make sure we keep up our electrolytes. Orange slices are for after. That's right.
Sparky just went back to the energy drink, I guess.
My character is just kind of lying her head down on the window, just waiting for things to start.
I'm gonna knock on the window that you're sleeping on.
So I roll it down like maybe 2 centimeters. Can I?
Hi. Just meeting the races.
Oh.
The name's Manny.
Fox. Guinea Fox.
Good to meet you. New around here?
Yeah, you could say that.
Cool. I'm, as of rather recently, the king of all time. So, that's fun.
Is that self-proclaimed?
When you find a staff that gives you control over time, you run with it.
Subtle brag.
Understandable. Well, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So, what brings you here? Just the race? Any racing for any particular reason?
No, I just race to race.
Fair enough. Love what you do, and you never work a day in your life, right?
Yeah, that's for sure.
All right.
Sparky, I think that once you get that energy drink in you, you're gonna have more energy than her. We might have a chance.
I'm just saying I'm 100% okay with just making this stream all about Sparky this episode.
I second it.
Sparky slowly makes their way over to the steering wheel with their hands on.
All right, we're ready to go. And I'm going to put sunglasses on Sparky and me. But Sparky's glasses are like the huge round ones.
There's a bit of a kerfuffle, I think is the correct word, towards the back of the starting grid, as some of the officials are questioning the Beer Brothers about their alcohol intake. And they're sort of explaining that their car isn't a real car, so they're not technically drink driving. And there's a lot of to and fro. Femme Fatale Fiona has spent some time away from the track to reflect on her previous performance, which was always poor. And she is returning this time, trying to be kind to everyone. She's baked cookies, and she'll be walking around offering people cookies.
I gently accept one, and I say, "Oh, that is so sweet. I remember when I first started baking. It was about like this, so don't worry. I promise you'll get better at it soon."
I am not used to baking cookies. The French patisseries I can do reasonably well, but cookies that the racers like. They are much harder. But still, this is a good boon. We are allies. We?
Oh, bless ya, hot. And I'm gonna walk away.
Head over to Manny with the cookies. After a long moment of bonjour, Manny.
Bonjour to you too. Hey.
Sweet.
Is this gonna be like that one time where you offered a bunch of treats that had some tricks in them?
No, I have changed my ways. I realized that by being at heads with all the other racers, everyone beats me up, and I finish racing in last place every time, every week, even behind the Beer Brothers. So now I change my ways. I make you cookies, and maybe we don't beat each other up on the track.
Oh, I'll take one then. Thank you.
Thank you. The Chuggabugs are manning their furnace, chopping wood, loading it up next to the furnace for the Chuggabug, which is essentially just some saw blades with a boiler at the back. The science here isn't really very clear how it works, but somehow it does. And Yogi Bear is sitting on the steering wheel. Steering. The race officials start lining everyone up, though, to start, though. They're happy with their inspections. And how about everyone makes me an initiative roll to determine the starting order? You can do this by clicking the little dice next to the initiative, or rolling a d20.
Do we add any modifier to it?
Are you trained in initiative tasks?
I'm starting out with a nat 1.
And you're trained as well.
I know. It's so bad.
Wow. Okay, so Roll20 hates us. Okay, so... and what did you roll, Kate?
I rolled a 15.
Okay, a 15. Were you trained?
No.
Okay, 15 is still the best roll. Oh, actually, it's a tie, yes, because Justin also rolled a 12, but he is trained, which gives you a +3. So you both have 15. We'll say you start neck and neck. Luna, a nat 1 isn't going to harm you on the initiative roll. You are also trained, so that will count as a 4. So you will start... oh yeah, I need to do some rolls for the NPCs. You will not start in last place. That's where the Beer Brothers are starting. Closely followed by Guinea Fox, it would seem, as they both rolled 2s. Then we have... let's see, you rolled a 4, so then we have Luna. I should make note of this. That would be a sensible thing to do. Then we have Carol and Manituko up front, followed by the Chuggabug, then Femme Fatale Fiona, then Luna, then Guinea, and then the Beer Brothers. Well, people are getting ready to start the race here. As I hastily find the tracks, there we go. So, the lights come on, all red, amber, and then green. We'll go down the races in order. If you would like to overtake someone, you can do so with a speed check. If you would like to increase distance between you and someone else behind you, it's a speed check. And if you would like to decrease distance between two of you, it will be a speed check. The thing about the cipher system is, any check can be made with any skill so long as you can justify it. So if you can think of ways to use your intelligence to slow people down, you can also create distance and overtake. And similarly with strength, if you want to brute strength it. So why don't we start with Justin? Manituko, how does Manituko start?
I'm going to take out my bat that's electrified, and I'm going to try and control the field.
And who are you using that against? You're currently
I'm neck and neck with someone, right?
You're neck and neck with Carol Louise Martin.
Yup. So I'm going to try and force her behind me with an attack.
Okay, make a melee attack, please.
Alrighty.
Welcome to the race, Carol.
Gosh, how do I make the attack again? It's
usually might check.
Okay. Difficulty 0 for 0. 11, and then I am trained in all weapons, if that changes any of these numbers.
Trained with weapons just means that you can use it without any disadvantages.
Okay.
Looks like we got a new friend!
Gratuitous RP, welcome, and thank you so much for the raid. We're just getting started here. So, Carol Louise Martin, Manituko is trying to attack you with an 11. You can make a defense roll to try and avoid it. Usually speed defense would be used.
Speed defense? All right.
Trying to beat difficulty 3.
Ooh, okay. That is a 13. That's a natural 13. Speed. Oh, I don't know why I have an edge on that. I shouldn't. So 13, I guess.
13. Straight 13. That will beat divided by 4. That beats difficulty 3. So Manny, you do not get to attack Carol, but I read there it says that your skill, regardless of whether you hit the target, you maneuver into a position you desire within immediate range. So I guess you can move ahead. Is that your goal?
Yeah, I'll move just ahead of her.
Moving just ahead.
Mm-hmm.
But that does mean it's now your turn, Carol.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, he did just attack me. Looking at the surroundings, like what's the track looking at like right now?
So the beach goes along the shore. This is where the starting grid is, and then there's like sea defenses which turn you right into the sea, where there is a large glass tube.
A glass tube. Okay. Well, I'm thinking. So, if we've got that glass there, okay. Just before we go into the glass tube, can I take some meal prepped quinoa from my side purse, and I want to take that out, and I'd like to make it kind of slippery behind me so that the races coming in will have a more difficult time getting into that tube.
Certainly. Is that an ability or just something you would like to do?
Just something I would like to do.
I believe this will be...
An ability?
I think we'll call this an intellect challenge. Give me an intellect roll.
Okay.
And if you would like to spend effort on your intellect roll to increase the number, it costs you 3 points unless you have an intellect edge, in which case it will cost you 2 points.
Okay, well that's a natural 11, and I have an edge of 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think that's it.
So if you'd like to, at the moment, 11 beats difficulty 3. If you would like to make it a difficulty 4, you can pay 2 intellect to increase the roll.
I don't have very much of that, so I think I'm just going to hold off for now.
Okay, perfect. So this quinoa oil goes all over the sand, creating a slippery surface for people behind you. And you don't increase speed or anything like that. You just carry on behind Manituko. Very quick rounds of the turn, so we'll be back with you shortly. Cypher System, you only get 1 action per round. Next is Femme Fatale Fiona. Femme Fatale Fiona is going to race defensively. However, she's also racing over some quinoa oil. So, she's going to make a speed defense task to try and stay on track. She just about beats the difficulty of 3 and manages to stay on the track. Next is the actually it was supposed to be the Chuggabug next. Never mind. Next is the Chuggabug. The Chuggabug with their they're going to use an ability. They're going to use overload the boiler to give an increase on their speed. They're going to make a speed roll to try and overtake, but first they're going to make a speed defense roll for the quinoa oil. They're not doing so well on the quinoa oil, giving them a -1 to speed, meaning their ability does essentially nothing. They're going to... Oh dear. The Chuggabug immediately loses a position to the Femme Fatale Fiona, who just overtakes them with no real difficulty whatsoever. Next is Luna.
I want to try to make a speed check. I lost my voice there. I want to try to make a speed check to get ahead.
Okay.
Oh my god, maybe the energy drink kicks in with Sparky right about when we should go.
You're using the energy drink special ability, and suddenly, like
Speedy out of Zootopia?
I was thinking, yeah, kind of like that, but also maybe a little bit of Over the Hedge when they give the squirrel coffee.
Yes.
Suddenly, please make me a speed attack with an asset on your speed.
Speed. Difficulty 0?
Yes.
Okay.
Would you like to spend any effort to up that to difficulty 1?
Yes.
It will cost you 3 unless you have an intellect edge, in which case it will cost you 2.
Intellect or speed?
Speed.
Speed. I have an edge of 1 in speed, so I will take it.
Cool, so that only costs you 2 speed, and with your asset from Sparky as well, that will make it a difficulty 2 challenge, which is somewhat respectable. So the Chuggabug is having a bad time ahead of you. They're going to try and beat that roll. I wonder if I could just use a blank character sheet actually to do that. That'd be easier. Yeah, they successfully managed to block your overtake, preventing you from going ahead. Could you please make me a speed defense check for the quinoa oil?
Sure. Is that difficulty 0 too?
It was difficulty 4, right? Difficulty 3, sorry. Oh, yeah. You don't get a minor effect, but the oil doesn't seem to give your car any trouble. Why might that be, Luna?
Because the tires we have on our van are used to lots of different terrains because of the torrential rains in the Amazon.
I'll buy it. I'll buy it. Next down we have Guinea Fox.
Is there any way that I can that and avoid it before, like, just to get out of the way?
Sure. You could maybe plan your route differently. Okay. So you have the choice of trying to swerve around it, which would be speed defense, or because you're quite a way back, I would accept that you could make an intellect task to just pick a different route.
Okay.
However, if the intellect task fails, then the route will probably be more difficult.
I'm gonna try it. Let's see what happens. What is effort to roll?
If you add effort to the roll, you take points out of your pool. Whichever kind of test it is you're doing, to increase the value of the roll. So if you have an edge, it will cost you 2 points. If you don't have an edge, it will cost you 3 points. And you can increase the roll by a difficulty level.
Okay. That sort of made sense. So I'm just gonna put 0 right now.
Beats difficulty 4. Yes, you can see an easier route around. So you have beach on the left, water on the right. You know something about your Jeep, which is going to make one of these routes easier than going through the quinoa oil sand. What is it?
Let's say that it has the ability to go underwater. We'll just do that.
Sure. Yeah, right? Like some of the Land Rovers with the exhaust that go all the way up onto the ceiling? Yeah, no problem.
Bingo.
So, yeah, you see in the background there, Guinea just ducks off into the water. Do you want to try and overtake people?
Sure. And that's a speed check, yeah?
Yeah. See, you can see Luna across on the beach there, going through the quinoa oil, also not bothered. Difficulty 3 speed check, Luna.
Okay.
So you need to beat difficulty 3 speed defense, or you may lose a place.
Ooh, okay. Speed difficulty 3. Oh my goodness.
So we have new order going ahead. The Beer Brothers are just going to try and run through the oil. And hey, they're doing pretty well at it. They're on feet, so they just run through, no slipping. They're like holding. They've got like they've upgraded. They're no longer holding the tankard. They've now got suspender belts that they put on, and the car comes up with them. Yeah, they're running on through. So back to the top of the line then, Manny. As the road veers round to the right into this tube which goes under the water, what are you doing?
I'm quarter mile, so I'm gonna just try and go fast.
Oh boy. Difficulty 6 speed check. So.
Oh, that's a difficulty 7 actually, because I'm trained.
Because you're trained. Okay, so we get to our first impossible die roll. The way the difficulties work is you take the difficulty and times it by 3, and that's what you need to roll on a d20. Now, of course, a 7 is a 21, so on a d20 you can't roll it. So at this point, you need to either spend effort or have training and a skill to be able to keep up. And Carol, you're in the hot seat as Manny starts tearing away with this difficulty 7 speed check.
Okay. Well, I'd like to take a moment to pop in to take out Cars 2 from my built-in TV DVR built into my car. And I'd like to pop in the Matrix. And seeing as we're in this glass tube, I'd like to Matrix above, kind of like flipping it on myself and try and speed in front.
Sure thing. So you need to beat difficulty 7. I think I'll give you an asset for your Matrix powers. So that is, you now need to beat difficulty 6.
That's an 18.
That's an 18. 18 or higher.
Okay. Let's see. Is there any way that I can use like a... Is it from the pool? Oh, wait. Okay. So I have a question.
Yes.
I have a special ability called Frenzy. Can I use... Is that just like an action? Is that an action that I have to use now and then I can't do something for the rest of the round? Like I can only Frenzy and then do something? Or...
So at the moment, you're just defending against Manny's roll, but on your turn, you could totally Frenzy and that would be your action.
Oh, this isn't even my turn yet? It's just...
You're just defending Manny speeding away.
Got it. All right. Let's... yeah, let's do it. All right. That's a 15. And then... Can I use points to do it or no? Now that the roll is made.
Usually you would call it before you make the roll, but on this occasion I'll let you if you like.
No, it's okay. It's a 15. Oh,
On a 15, there is now one space of distance between Manny and the rest of the pack. But now, Carol, it's your turn.
okay. Oh, well, I'd like to use my, I think looking back, I'm going to realize that I forgot to thoroughly rinse my quinoa before prepping it, which means that it didn't have the traction, it didn't have the slipperiness, it had more traction than I meant to. And I'm going to feel that white, burning, like, rage at myself, and I would like to frenzy.
Sure. What does the frenzy ability do?
So that means that I cannot, I'm going to use one intellect point, and I can't use any intelligence rolls intellect points while I'm frenzying, but I gain an edge to my speed and might.
2 edges in speed and might. Nice.
I have an important question. Do you gain can I speak to the manager haircut when you frenzy?
Oh, I already have. It's party in the front, like waterfall-y blades in the back. Yeah.
I need to at TK on Twitter. If someone could at TK and just say Karen on stream now, that'd be great. Next. Is that the end of your turn, Carol?
Yes.
Fantastic. So next is Femme Fatale Fiona. Femme Fatale Fiona is going to try and overtake you. They are a difficulty 4 NPC, so please make a speed defense roll of difficulty 4.
So that's a 12 or higher?
12. Yeah, 12 or higher.
Natural 12 plus 2 for my speed edge, so 14.
So speed, the edge doesn't quite work that way. What you can do is you can use it to buy effort. Effort usually costs 3 points, but with 2 edge, it'll only cost you 1 point. 1 point. I'll choose a different finger very quickly there.
Got it. Then natural 12.
Pro streamer. Natural 12. That's enough. You defend. Femme Fatale Fiona can't. Femme Fatale Fiona can't overtake. And also she's not being very aggressive. It's almost like she's like, okay, you're getting relaxed. I'll just stay back here. You carry on.
I'd like to just mom disappointed look, just stare at her, just and as I like go by, kind of like the Luigi in the Mario Kart thing, where like they just
totally backs off back behind you again. Next, the Chuggabug's going to try and overtake Fiona. Are they going to do that? Yeah, they'll try and do that. And they succeed, so the Chuggabug is now ahead of Fiona again. You've thoroughly scared Fiona off. She's now backed off so much that someone else has overtaken her. And then after that, it is Guinea's turn.
I want to try and get directly behind the person in front of me. And have you guys ever seen Speed Racer, where he like flips the car over with like a jump thing? That's what I'm trying to do right now. That's what I want to do.
Okay, so you're flipping their car or my car? I don't watch movies. I'm terrible.
Person in front of me, I'm gonna try and like do a flip with my car, but then it's gonna flip theirs, and so they won't be able to drive no more.
Do we think this feels like a might roll?
Probably.
Yeah, okay. So, right. Femme Fatale Fiona, desperately trying to make friends out on track today. She's a difficulty 4 NPC, so please make me a difficulty 4 strength roll. Or might roll.
Ha!
Oh. Unfortunately, that is not going to succeed. As you begin to flip her, she panics. No, 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 not again, not again, and puts her foot down just a little bit, stopping the flip from getting her. After Guinea, it will be Luna.
I want to try to speed ahead to get ahead of Guinea.
Okay, just going to go for a straight overtake, straight speed roll. This will set the difficulty for your defense, Guinea. So the energy drink is still in effect, so that is difficulty 3 rather than difficulty 2.
Ooh.
So I do is, what do I do?
You would like to make a speed defense roll of difficulty 3.
Okay.
I don't want to look at that clip ever. Ever. I see you, chat. No. You defend. How does this look between the two of you?
I'm going to try to drive up next to her, and I'm going to get on the speakerphone that, you know, all tour buses have, and be like, to our right, we have... I think this my creature has a different voice every single time it speaks tonight. We have... And as she starts pulling ahead, oh, come on, Sparky! And I didn't take my thumb off of the microphone. Get it together, Sparky!
Yeah, that's exactly how that goes. Perfect.
At the back, the Beer Brothers are no longer running. Because there is a slight gradient on this tube, they have sat down and they are sliding. There's actually just enough water running down the tube to make this successful. Hopefully. They're gonna try and overtake you, Luna. They are a difficulty free NPC. Using a slide ability. So please give me a difficulty 4 just speed defense roll. Kylie, you're so good at sitting still. I don't know if your cam's frozen or not. Like, you just smiled. It's okay. It's okay.
You're muted.
Yeah, you're muted.
I wasn't watching that clip. I'm so sorry.
It's so good. It's such a great clip.
Is it the free taking down to 1? Is that the clip? Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was so distracted.
So
anyways, defense roll of...
Difficulty 4 as the Beer Brothers try and slide past you.
Oh my gosh! I don't got it tonight.
The dice don't like you. As the Beer Brothers, who aren't even in a car, just sort of like slide past, like Scroll and carry on, beers in hand.
Sparky, I think you're hitting the brake, not the gas. Sparky!
You are going deeper and deeper underwater as the sort of like greeny blue of the sky where the sun hits the water, so it goes into deeper blues. Soon you can see beyond this crystal all the sort of like corals of different bright colors surrounding the tube as it gets darker and darker. Ahead, it looks like the tube stops. But you don't need to worry about that just yet. As we go back to the top of the pack, where Manituko currently has 1 space of distance in the lead.
I'm just gonna try. I see this terrifying mom behind me, so I'm gonna just try and speed ahead as quick as I can because I don't want to get near that.
Sure.
In fact, I'm gonna spend some speed to help.
Good thing you did. That takes it up to a difficulty 3. Carol, can we get a difficulty 3 defense as Manny tries to speed away even further?
Yep. Ooh, that is a natural 9.
Natural 9 is difficulty 3. So Manny, you won't be able. Yeah, 3 times 3 is 9.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Does it? Me?
Yeah.
I still don't understand the rules.
Come on. It's like it's
I have a
so
computer do it for me.
Manny, you won't be able to speed away. You maintain your distance, but Carol, who looks extremely furious back there, is keeping pace with you. Carol, it's your turn.
Yes. To match Grease Lightning's force speed on the floor, to be waiting at the door, I would like to attempt to close the gap between us. I don't know if that's possible. I'm gonna take my Choco footed. No, I'm sorry, not Choco. Nurse shoes, white nurse shoes. There it is. I'd like to take my white nurse shoe adorned foot and I'd like to stamp it on the gas as hard as I possibly can.
Sure thing. That would be a speed roll, please.
Okay.
And at the moment, your a point of effort is only going to cost you 1 speed. So
Okay, I'd like to add that. I'd like to use that 1 speed.
sure, you can add more for a 2 speed per level.
Ooh. No, I'll just do 1.
Just do 1. Cool.
Okay. And what is that difficulty?
So when you roll, we'll add 3 to your roll.
Okay. That's a 13.
13, 16, so difficulty 5. Yeah, difficulty 5. Manny, please make a difficulty 5 speed defense roll to maintain your distance between you and Carol.
All right. I am going to use an effort as well. And whoops, I put that as a difficulty. Okay, so difficulty 5, you said.
Thank you very much for the donation, Rock.
And looks like I succeed. I think.
With training and a level of effort, yes, you succeed. So you maintain. Between the two of you, battling it out, both defending well, no change. Everything stays the same. Remember to update your speed pools to remove the effort, the points that you have used. And we carry on and thank Rock properly for that donation to blow stuff up, which will come very shortly.
What?
Teehee?
Fingers crossed for a rock lobster.
Oh boy. Next we have the Chuggabug back in the lead. Well, not in the lead, but in the lead of the next pack, as I sort of see you two as a separate pack almost up there. But no, the Chuggabug is going to try and overtake you, Carol. They are difficulty 5 opponents, the race favourites. So please make me a speed defense difficulty 5. And again, it's not a one-time thing, because you still have that 2 edge. You can still spend effort for only 1 point.
Me?
Yes, indeed.
I am so sorry. Okay, it's a difficulty 5?
Difficulty 5.
15. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna use one of my points to bring it down to... Yeah.
Yep, effort to bring it down to difficulty 4, so 12 or higher.
17.
17 is a success. So you can successfully block. They don't run. I guess, are you steering dramatically? They're trying to get around you.
I think in my seething rage, my matrixed out self, I just look behind them. I point aggressively to the baby on board sticker on my trunk, and I drive faster.
And Yogi sitting at the wheel, not really very good at reading, is just kind of like lets go of the steering wheel, turns around to the two brothers, and they don't make any progress on you. Next, Guinea, you overtook Femme Fatale Fiona. You can see the Chuggabug ahead, also being intimidated by Carol, who is dominating with presence alone.
So can I take the moment, since Yogi's kind of having a heart attack over there, can I take that moment and try to overtake them my speed?
Yeah, sure. We can give you that as an asset. Just make me a intellect task of difficulty 3 to see if you can get your timing in there. Not quite. Unfortunately, Yogi spots you as you are looking, and you just miss your window of opportunity. And he goes back on the steering like, oh no! And Guinea, it will still be a difficulty 5 to overtake them.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you cannot make any pace on the Chuggabug. Behind the Chuggabug is Femme Fatale Fiona. They are looking back at the Beer Brothers and thinking, well, at least I know I can beat them. And they're going to try and overtake you, Guinea. So, Guinea, please make me a difficulty 4 speed defense task. As they just try and just straight race. They're not trying to do anything fancy. They're just putting their foot down. Possibly waving cookies in the window, but not as an ability. Just you successfully defend the difficulty 4. So Fiona, she's not being aggressive. When you start to move in front of her, she just drops right back again. And we come to the Beer Brothers, still sliding. They're going to try and overtake Femme Fatale Fiona. But they can't. They sort of slide into her bumper. And the front of the cardboard tankard sort of like starts to fold up. It's also getting quite soggy, the tankard. At the bottom of the pack is Luna.
I have an ability that is called Entangling Force, and for 1 intellect point, I can target a creature within short range and construct a snare. The force snare is a level 2 construct. I want to... Sparky, you're gonna man the bus by yourself. And I'm gonna climb to the top of the bus, and with like a rope made of like vines, I want to like lasso the car in front of me to pull it back.
Sure thing. Does the ability recommend an ability check?
No, it just says a target caught in the force cannot move from its position. It can attack and defend normally. But it doesn't say you can increase the level of force snared by 1.
Sure. So, we'll say this is an intellect task then, because it sounds like a spell. Maybe does it say what? Does it have a cost or anything like that?
Yeah, 1 intellect point.
Intellect. There we go. Cool. So, the Beer Brothers are usually a difficulty 3 character. So, give us an intellect task of difficulty 3, and you can spend effort on that to increase the difficulty.
I sure want to. Where?
Oh,
Finally.
yeah. As they bump into the bumper of the Femme Fatale Fiona, your vines catch them and pull them back. At the front of the race, you guys are getting towards the end of this pipe now. Except it's not an end. It's just an abrupt vertical drop, which you will fly off of, heading straight down. That would have been all that happened, but thank you very much to the donation. Things start to explode. As you're approaching the end of the tunnel, you see a giant narwhale swimming towards you with its great horned tusk, and it's going to swim right into the glass tubing, and its tusk is going to come straight through. Manny, you're currently in the lead. Please make me a speed defense to avoid the narwhal's tusk.
What difficulty?
Good question. Difficulty 4.
Okay. I will spend 1 effort to try and not die. And let's see what happens.
Oh, boom. Great roll. So that's 7. You avoid it and you start falling. However, As the narwhal is trying to pull its tusk back out, the rest of you can see water, high pressure water, sort of coming around its nose into the tube.
Can I electrify that water as I go by? With my electrified bat?
It is your turn.
That's what I do.
Sure, I think this is going to be an intellect task.
Okay. And I could actually, I don't know, I could use scrambled machines potentially.
Possibly. Render one machine within short range, unable to function for 1 round. Oh, okay. So, what we'll say is we'll give you your intellect roll. We'll set the difficulty of this trap, which you are leaving on the track, and the first person to drive into it and fail to beat the difficulty will be disabled for a round.
Alrighty. So I'll make an intellect roll, and I'll put in a little bit of effort in. And so difficulty 6.
Yeah, difficulty 6. So 18 roll or higher. So after a short period, because there is a bit of space between Manny and the rest of the group, as you approach this dead drop hole, Carol, you see this electrified water jet spraying across the hole. Looks pretty difficult to avoid.
Okay. So, in this moment, I have 2 things that I'm thinking about. But, and GM, you're going to have to let me know if this is even allowed. Knowing my soccer ball mom, my soccer knowledge, seeing as my little kid Kata, he's been in soccer since he was 3 years old. In his little league, he's doing very well. He plays goalie. I would like to very quickly take out what is a small, looks like a small inflatable, and blow it up into a gigantic soccer ball that is just surrounding me, made of rubber.
I think we can do that. Make me an intellect defense task to try and avoid the trap.
Is frenzy still happening though?
Yeah, I was gonna say, am I frenzying? Because if so, then I cannot make a check.
Can you see
If
it
so,
being any other kind of check? Can you justify it? Cipher system, it's very open to debate. You can, as long as you can justify it.
Well, I believe that I could be using my might. If you know, as you know, soccer balls, they're similar to balloons, and even with balloons, you can get that thing where if you blow too much, you get lightheaded. So using that, I can to blow it up, since I'm not using helium.
Sure, I'll let you take a might task, and of course you have 2 edges, so you have level up for only 1 point.
This is a difficulty 6.
Difficulty 6.
I'm gonna use 2 points with my 2 edge, so that would bring it down 2 difficulty levels.
It will cost you 3 points and take it down 2 difficulty levels. Yes.
I'll do that. Natural 20.
Natural 20. So you get a major effect. I think the effect is that the soccer ball will give you permanent immunity to damage. Lightning damage. Keyword, lightning damage.
Cool. Okay.
Which Manny might be a little bit bitter about. We'll see.
Cool. I'm sorry. I've not rolled a natural 20 in so long.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
Don't be sorry. He wins every week.
You killed my dragon, and then I made Manny, and I haven't lost since.
So, with your natural 20, you pass by this trap with no problems whatsoever and begin to drop down after Manny. This is going to be an event, and then we'll go back into normal turns next. So, as you approach the trap next, it's who is it next to? It is got MT CLM. The Chuggabug. The Chuggabug are going to try and avoid this difficulty. Difficulty 6. Yeah, they're going to use a little bit of effort as well. They fail. So the Chuggabug is disabled. Right before they go off the end, the lightning catches them, and Yogi just clean jumps off the car. It rolls to a halt just before it goes over the edge. Guinea, you have a free pass on the Chuggabug. You can just pass them and start free falling after Carol. The trap is also resolved, so if there's anything you'd like to do before you free fall, please let us know.
You're on mute.
Ready now? Yeah, okay, sorry. So I'm just gonna try and get ahead. Is that 0 difficulty or?
This is just an event at the moment, so because we're all going to be free falling, you can get ahead of the Chuggabug because they were trapped. It's if you want to do anything to anyone behind you at the moment. Luna looks slightly salty.
Can I? So I want to use predictive equation where I can observe or study a creature, and I want to observe Sparky there, and then I'll use it. I'll just save for next time. For my next round, I'll be able to, because I think that's how this works.
Okay, so you're going to observe Sparky to gain an asset.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So after the TP then comes the Femme Fatale Fiona. Femme Fatale Fiona, they're not doing anything. They're playing a very casual race today, just trying not to finish last. Then we have Luna, who has pushed the Beer Brothers behind. Again, everyone gets a free pass on the Chuggabug this round.
I want to try to get ahead of Fiona. Is she who's in front of me, right?
Yes, she is.
And I'll just make a speed check of difficulty 0.
At the moment, though, we're not doing any overtaking because people are just going straight down the hole. It's more if you want to do something to the Beer Brothers behind you.
I want to... Since we're going to fall, and we all fall at the same speed, I want Sparky to slam on the brakes so that the Beer Brothers, like, hit the back of the bus and maybe, like, knock him out or something.
Make a might check.
Okay.
Brake check. Might check or a brake check?
Difficulty 0.
It is difficulty 0. Oh, no, difficulty 3, because they're a difficulty 3 NPC.
So should I have hit difficulty 3?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. There. Oh, God!
Unfortunately, as you slam the brakes on, I think... make me a difficulty 3 speed defense as they try and luge under you.
Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, finally!
Oh, yeah. So you slam on the brakes, and once you realize that they don't hit you, you just crack on again. Your major effect will be... Do you have a major effect suggestion?
No.
Fast character should give you one.
Oh. Major effect. Oh, you can immediately take a second action during this turn.
What would you like to do?
Ooh. We're gonna be falling into the lake, or are we gonna still be in the tube?
It looks like the tube just starts falling, although those cracks are getting awful big.
I want to ram into the tube to try to break the tube.
Sure thing! Give me another might roll.
Okay. Any difficulty on this one?
Difficulty 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so as Luna slams into the side of the tube, the cracks expand. The narwhal gets free finally and swims away. But as it gets free, the water pressure crushes the tube, and water starts plummeting down behind you all.
Sparky, it's a good time to really hit the gas now, not the brake, the gas.
And Sparky's just sort of like drifting up from the seat, like. We are free falling. As you are free falling, you get deeper and deeper below the shore. Deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. Things start to get dark. You can no longer see the wonderful corals of above. Instead, it's mainly dark down here. Headlights on, you can see ahead a pool of water. Manny, you'll be the first to splash down.
So I'm hitting water?
You're hitting the water, yes.
Okay. As I hit the water, I flick a switch, and being the king of all time, I have access to some new technologies. My wonderful grease lightning turns into a submarine to help me further navigate the complications of this track.
Do you have an ability that lets your car transform in this way?
No. No.
I would like to make this quite difficult. I would like to make it a difficulty 6 intellect challenge.
All right. Let's try this.
Did Manny just pull a Q? Pretty much.
Keep on doing a difficulty as effort on accident.
Yeah, no, not 6 effort. No.
Hey.
I don't believe it. There you go. As you hit the water, your car becomes a submarine. How does this look?
The top just like covers over. The wheels go like that, and a little propeller pops out the back with bits.
Perfect. Beautiful. Yeah, you hit the water. You now in submarine mode. That will count as your action, but it will give you an asset on any speed checks made underwater. After a little bit of distance, Carol comes next.
You stole my move. It's fine. I was gonna pull the car from Spy Kids, kind of thing. Okay. Well. Okay.
Aren't you in a ball?
I am in a ball, but
You
here's
are.
the thing. I would like to pop out my disc of the Matrix, and I would like to instead place my Blu-ray special edition of Finding Nemo, and I would like to fast forward to the scene with the turtles, and I would like to channel Crush, the sea turtle, as we are going and use the projectile of the water to continue to push me down in my rubber ball.
Certainly. The rubber ball's full of air, though, right?
Yeah.
Ooh. I feel like you might float.
I agree.
How would you like to combat this?
Off the ball. Off the ball.
I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. I'm not gonna Wonder Twins this. Yeah, I'm gonna pop it. We're gonna just I'm gonna take a bobby pin from out of my hair, and a little bit of the waterfall is gonna fall down a little bit, kind of aptly at the correct time, and I'm gonna do it, and I'm just gonna, well, it was nice while it lasted, and I'm gonna pop the soccer ball.
Pop the soccer ball, great. So you pop the soccer ball, you plunge into the sea, and to take on the spirit of to activate this crush mentality, I feel like we need some kind of check. What kind of check do you think it should be? I almost feel like intellect because crush is quite mellow whilst going so fast, but I don't know.
I have a question, which is frenzy. Does it? It doesn't say it takes an action to disengage, but would you say that it does?
I think as taking on part of Crush's like mentality, I think you'd almost have to drop frenzy, so we can make it part of the same action.
Okay. I calm down, Carol. Calm down. And I'm gonna mellow out like Crush. And I'm gonna do that. Okay. So
Sure.
what is that difficulty?
So that would be difficulty free check. You tell me which one you'd like to do. Intellect?
Yeah, let's do intellect.
Cool.
Okay. Natural 13.
Natural 13 beats a natural beats 9. Perfect. You take on the spirit of Crush, and you can continue to navigate underwater. I'm not going to give you an asset the same way I did Justin, though.
That's fair.
Next down, we have... I stopped making notes because you broke the whole track. Next, after Carol, we have Guinea. And Guinea, there's not currently any distance, so you can see Carol ahead in their soccer ball as their soccer ball bursts, and then they start driving underwater somehow. How does Guinea react?
Well, my car already is pretty cool with water, so I'm just gonna try and close the gap between me and I forget the person in front of me.
Sure thing. Yeah. Yeah, because you have that effect from earlier on, where you're already good underwater. Give us a speed roll then. You can just get straight in that water and start overtaking people. Your speed roll will set the difficulty. Oh, there it is. So that's difficulty 2. Carol, that'll be a difficulty 2 speed defense task to stop Guinea from overtaking you.
Okay. Natural 8.
Natural 8. That doesn't.
It's a 6.
It is difficulty 2, so you meet it. Yeah, you meet it. You beat the difficulty, meet beats. So unfortunately, Guinea, on this occasion, with that roll of 6, you cannot overtake Carol, unfortunately.
Roll.
Better rolls next time. Then we've got Femme Fatale Fiona. Femme Fatale Fiona, as she enters the water, funnily enough, she does actually drive a Black Lotus. It's not going to transform into a submarine, but I feel like it should. Instead, she is going to, before she hits the water, she's just going to take a large box of balloons and just start blowing them up on the way down. And she's going to be just using that for air. It's not going to give her any assets or anything like that. Nothing at all. It's barely an ability. Next is Luna.
Sparky, get ready to initiate underwater sequence. And there's a button in my Wild Thornberry car that like magic school buses it into a shark.
Yes.
Nice. Cool. Do you have an ability on your character?
I kind of do. I have hack. Well, yeah, I have like hack the impossible. It says you can persuade automations, machines, and computers to do your bidding. Would that count? It says you can disable a robot with a moment's worth of fiddling. Could I hack the ability of my vehicle?
Sure, I think you could. We'll still make it an ability check, but we'll make it a bit easier than Manny's, because, to be fair, Manny, yours was a bit out of the blue.
It says 3 intellect points.
It costs 3 intellect points.
Mm-hmm.
We'll make it a little bit of a lower difficulty then. Let's go for difficulty 4.
Okay. Difficulty 4. All right.
This will be
If
for
I
an
fail-
asset. If you fail, it'll work, but you won't have an asset.
Oh my goodness.
I swear, every single time we set a difficulty, you just get the level below it.
Yeah.
Why does Roll20 love Manny so much? What is it about that character?
I know.
Of course, this is a cartoon. As the Beer Brothers hit the water, they just start drinking it. They can just drink water underwater. And
though by not having like alcohol in it, you know.
yeah, they're getting sober. It's a bit weird. They're starting to look at themselves and wonder what they're doing. The Chuggabug comes last. The Chuggabug's going to hit the water. They're running a boiler-powered car, and honestly, they've got nothing. So the water's going to permanently, all the time they're underwater, they're going to have -1 to all speed checks and difficulty, making them an easier opponent under the water. This tube is going to curl around and start a slow gradient up. It would have only been a short stretch of water, but as the tube behind you is broken and is filling with ocean, the tube is in fact filling with water. So now we are underwater in a tube designed to keep the air nice, but actually it's full of water. So we go back to the top of the range with us all in underwater cars now, in air tubes full of water. And Manny, you're in the lead.
I'm just going to try and create some distance. You know, burn up that quarter mile. So let's see here. Let's get this roll ready to go. Did I get an extra asset? So D0, F at none. And then we'll add an asset to that. So 7 to not allow me to create speed.
Carol, you're still up there in second place, holding the line, stopping Manny from getting away. Difficulty 7 defense task required now.
And she's already 1 distance away from me, correct?
Already 1 distance, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, 7? I'm trying to see.
Currently not possible, yeah. 21.
Yeah, okay. How many... Can I spend 4 to knock that down to a difficulty 5?
You can, yes. That's 2 levels of effort.
Okay. 16.
16 beats a 5. I don't know how you guys are doing it, but Manny,
I
you
have
cannot
no idea.
create a distance. I don't know how either of you are doing it.
I'd like to make that point.
I know, like, it seems the left-hand side of the screen average roll is around a 17, and the right-hand side of the screen average roll is around 6.
Yeah.
You can just keep me on this
promise,
side of
I'm
the
not
screen
joking.
now.
I 100% believe and trust you. I just don't understand why fate loves Manny so much, and Carol is the perfect
Because I'm
nemesis.
the king of all time.
Of course, of course.
Somewhere you hear Princess Posh puke.
Yeah, we'll put a little castle under here in the water, like a little, you know. Anyway, so Manny, you can't create any distance. Carol, it's your turn.
Okay. I am going to take a moment. Well, first, because I'm mellow and because I am embodying crush, I'm going to lean back and just kind of bump heads with one of my children and just go, dude. And then I would like to take a moment and I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to pray to a guardian angel and sing, car racer dropout, no getting distance for you. And I'd like to use that somehow to like vibe my guardian angel and just keep pressing and try to close that distance.
Okay, if you pass a difficulty difficulty-free intellect task this round, I'll give you an asset on your speed roll.
Okay. Difficulty 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 11.
Beats difficulty 3, so you get an asset on your speed roll. I'll let you use it immediately. Try and close that
Okay.
distance.
So what does that mean with the asset? What do I do?
Speed roll, you set the difficulty to try and beat Manny, and that asset will give you 1 extra level of difficulty.
Okay. So how do I do that? By spending points?
No, you can just roll a speed roll, and then we'll add 3 to it.
Oh, okay. 16.
My god. 16 plus 3, that is difficulty 6, Manny.
Alrighty. So, I'm just going to have to rely on my hydromatic car right here. So, let's see.
So you've been
here.
burning up that effort, haven't you? How are your points looking at the minute?
12-8-2.
12-8-2, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, what I probably should have told everyone at the beginning is your points also constitute your health.
Mm-hmm.
Probably should have made that clear at the beginning.
Good to know.
What was the difficulty again?
6.
6. Okay. And we'll go ahead and put in. 2 effort.
With the 2 effort and the training, you guys aren't breaking the status quo. Nothing is breaking it. You carry on. You guys carry on. May I offer you both a GM intrusion? What happens is, in fact, I'll offer a GM intrusion to Carol, because Manny's unlikely to take it. The GM intrusion, Carol, it allows you to have 1 XP, which you can use to re-roll the dice, or if you have 2 XP, you can do a player intrusion, much the same as I am. However, it allows me to intrude on the story and do something that I otherwise normally wouldn't, to make the story better or worse.
Sometimes he kills your pet dragon, so just be careful.
Oh, is this like I'm not allowed to know what it is?
You're not allowed to know what it is before you agree, but then once it's done, it's done. You get an XP and a reroll.
I would love to make this interesting. Yeah, let's do it.
Cool. I'm going to say that the cracks from before are spreading all the way along this tube as well, specifically around your car, Carol. The cracks are following your car.
Okay.
Nothing to worry about right now. Not a thing. So next then is Guinea. Guinea trying to overtake or do something with Carol.
Really scared right now about these cracks coming up. Question: is it still dark?
Yeah, really dark. You guys are deep.
Can I try and sneak up on her and turn off my headlights?
I can see that. A stealth pass? Yeah. Let's give an intellect roll, and we'll use the intellect roll as the speed defense that Carol will need to make.
Okay.
And that one is a free GM intrusion. I don't need to give you any XP. I can just intrude. The cracks that are forming in the pipe get quite serious as the pipe breaks away, and Carol and Guinea, much like Jonah, the narwhal comes back and scoops you both up.
Wonderful.
Awesome. That's so cool. Like in the mouth?
In the mouth, yep. That section of tube is now missing. The two of you are kind of not in race order at the minute. It's all gone a bit pear-shaped.
Cool.
Are we being digested? I need to know this.
Yeah, no, we're not thinking like D&D stomach mechanics here, where you get instant death, get out quick, or anything like that. This is going to be very much Pinocchio. We've got a few years in the stomach, if you want to stay there. So, yeah, I'm afraid there's no defense roll on that, Carol. The intrusion's caught up with you and taken Guinea with you. Thank you very much. Roll 20. Next is Femme Fatale Fiona. Femme Fatale Fiona is just looking at the distance between Manny and her and thinking, well, maybe I can get through this. And Manny, can you please make me a difficulty 4-speed defense roll? Of course you can.
Okay. Speed defense. D4.
And the effort that you spent on that roll, Guinea, you don't need to worry about spending. You can keep it because it's a GM intrusion.
Okay.
I am going to use my XP from last session that I didn't use to re-roll that.
Cheeky. Okay, I like it.
Yeah. Speed fence. 4. Submit. All right.
The laws of averages have got to get you eventually, as your distance is now taken away, and Femme Fatale Fiona just sort of like drives up behind you, sort of going like, I would pet no. Next is Luna.
Sparky, it's time to initiate chomp mode. And I want the shark to start chomping, and I want to try to get Fiona.
Please make me a might roll to try and chomp Fiona.
Difficulty?
Fiona is a difficulty 4 person, and she bought balloons, so she maintains her difficulty of 4.
I'm going to put 2 effort into it, because why not? Oh, my Lanta!
Yep, that is only going to be difficulty 3. It's
Even with 2 effort and edge.
even with 2 effort and edge, you're right. Luna, can I offer you a GM intrusion?
Yes, you sure can. It can't do me any wrong.
So as you get to this section of a tunnel that has been removed by this narwhal and the cracks, there is a strong current that is going to drag you away from the track.
Sure.
Yeah, you're
I'm gonna
now
jump on in that.
yeah, you're now also on a different track altogether. But you're a shark, so this is fine. Oh wait, hang on a minute. Didn't we give you an? Oh no, you didn't make it. You didn't make the cart. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, you're a pretty good shark, but not the best shark. Are we in a fish? Sorry, Zoom chat questions. I need to make a diary of those or something. Next is the Beer Brothers. The Beer Brothers are realizing that they're getting very full, and they're going to go down to a difficulty 2 NPC as they sort of also get swept away. I think they're just going to like get out there on the current, and they're not even in a boat, so they just get swept away. And the Beer Brothers cardboard cutout tankard is destroyed by the current as it rips the tankard apart. It's already soggy. It's a sad day for the Beer Brothers. And the Chuggabug is just honestly just losing health. None of them can breathe underwater. Their might pool is disintegrating as they drive. They will get through the tunnel and carry on behind Fiona, but they need to get out of this water ASAP. Before we go back to our main track, let's go first of all into a whale mouth / stomach. You end up in the mouth first of all. How would the two of you like to proceed?
I have 2 ideas. Unless you want to do something first, if you have an idea first.
You go ahead.
All right. Well. All right. So, Finding Nemo, having Finding Nemo, still being in there, still embodying the feeling of crush. I think, and go to a different part in the movie where Dory begins to talk and befriend the whale. And I remember them having an issue of going and tickling the little uvula. Do whales have the uvula? And looking around with my headlights, I see it in the distance, and I go and I stamp on the brake, not the brake, the other one, gas, and I ride towards it, and I see it, and I say, Carol, and there ain't no going back, and I ram into the uvula to try and get a spout going.
So I'm watching her because I know she's gonna get it. She wants to get out of here as much as I do. So I'm just gonna watch her and follow her and do what she does.
Looks like we got a new friend.
You're on mute, Scrat.
Sorry. First of all, thank you very much, Dark Aardvark, for the raid. Welcome, raiders. And the other thing I said whilst muted was, why don't the pair of you make me some might checks?
Okay. Is there a difficulty?
No, I'll scale the result with what you roll.
Okay. 17.
Okay, so between the two of you, you both hit the uvula. Maybe one of you hit first, and the other one knocks into the other one, or maybe you pincer it and both hit at the same time. There's almost like a large rushing of breath from the whale as it does this, and then the two of you are going to be jettisoned out of the blowhole, which is a wonderful word. As you are jettisoned out of the blowhole, you can see the tube way below. You can just see the little lights moving along. Or are those pilot fish? Difficult to tell. But along, as you exit, you can see the rest of this reef down here. And it is just covered in ships, old wrecks, galleons, frigates.
Oh, do we have more of a turn, or is that just our turn?
Good point. We'll come back to you next time. So let's go next over to Luna. Luna, as you and the Beer Brothers are swept away from the track, you can see this current doesn't go along the reef at all. It actually drags down into a big chasm underwater.
Wow, all this gold is for me?
Using shark speed, can I kind of do the same thing that we just did and like go down and then like to gain momentum to kind of fly back up too?
So you want to use the current to propel yourself up away from the chasm? Or do you want to go into the chasm? Mad Rogue, you beautiful person.
I want to fly out. Ooh, except on the... Where am I headed? I guess that's...
It looks like you're going to be sucked under the seabed. Possibly into some deep caverns where old fish and strange beings may lie.
Does it look like it could be a shortcut?
Give me a perception check or details check.
Is that intellect?
Yes.
Difficulty?
I'll scale it.
Okay. I'm over the game. The two
I
rolls tonight.
I haven't seen your roll yet, actually. Is it? Oh, my
It
connection's
was
been.
a 5.
There we go. Yeah, it's a shortcut.
Oh, yes, I'm gonna take it then.
Great. You get dragged under the seabed, and as you go down, you can see lots and lots of. It looks like reef again, but much more squishy, with these circular pods, white flowers underneath the ocean that are sort of opening and closing slightly. Are they flowers or maybe jellyfish? It's hard to tell. But you're sort of like sucked down, and after a while, the current sort of stops, and you are deep under the ocean in this strange chasm surrounded by these plants. It seems it was not a shortcut.
Oh, Sparky, did you take us down here? Turn it around, Sparky. Watch out for the jellyfish.
And can I offer you a GM intrusion?
Mm-hmm.
This is quite a big one. 'Cause as you reverse, you get an XP, and you get an XP to gift to someone else as well. Actually, Carol, we never decided who you gave your other XP to either, so we can do that in a second. For the time being, bear in mind you have 2 XP, 1 to gift, 1 to keep. As Sparky is reversing around, doing a underwater 3-point turn in your shark, the tail fin touches one of these jellyfish, and a large yellow eye opens nearby. Hang on a minute, that's not a jellyfish. That's a cephalopod.
Oh, can I try to upset it so it'll like push me out of here?
We'll see on your next turn as we go back to the main track. Manny Tuco in the lead.
All right, I'm just gonna try and tear up that quarter mile. All right, let's do this. And I'm gonna try and create some distance. Fiona's the one behind me, correct? So it's difficulty 4.
Fiona is behind you, difficulty 4. Yeah, I should make some new notes here, I suppose.
Alrighty.
The race is very short right now.
I do not create that distance.
No, you do not. Fiona stays right on you. And in fact, you can still hear her. She's out the window at you. Not really sure what she's saying anymore, but there's a lot of air being wasted. Make me a difficulty 4 speed defense check as she tries to overtake.
While he's making that check, can I give my extra XP to Guinea?
Yes, you can.
Cool.
And there is a there as well, because we're still in water, correct? But I don't think that matters.
Sorry, say again.
I have an asset for being underwater right now, but I don't think that matters.
Yeah, no, with a final difficulty of 1, that'll only take up to difficulty 2. So Fiona will in fact take the lead. For the first time in the entire season, Fiona is in the lead. She's been really nice. As she goes past, she throws a cookie towards your window. It sort of bashes against the window. And,
Kind of soggy, I imagine.
Yep, but it looks like it was salted caramel, so maybe not ruined. She takes the lead. Next is the Chuggabug. The Chuggabug is drowning fast. In fact, they're spending all of their turns. They've now got out, and they're just picking up the car and moving it, and they're using their actions not to drown. Sorry, that chat comment. How can you tell a Scratticus Academy player? Look for the one poking an Elder God. Yeah, so next we'll go back over to Carol and Guinea, as you've been ejected into this sea, and you can see all of this beautiful reef below you with all of these ships and everything. And then one of the ships moves. And another one of the ships moves, as it would seem they are embedded in some sort of large creature. In the chasm, Luna, below the eye, you see a large maw with rotating teeth open. And there is, it would seem that current starts up again, and this time it's a difficulty 0 challenge to realize that it's not a shortcut. Let's start with Carol. Carol, up here you can see there is some sort of large cephalopod waking up, and the ships seem to be attached to it.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Madrogue, for the donation. This is wonderful.
Oh. Okay, all right. Can I see the glass tube in relation to this cephalopod?
It would seem that the glass tube sort of goes around this area. You can see the light. You can see the glass in the light from Manny's car, and it's, you know, it doesn't look like they'd go through the pirate ship area at all.
Wait. So the glass tube. So just so I'm getting this clear, the maw, and then the glass tube is around it.
The maw is like down in this chasm. You can just see you only notice a cephalopod up here because you can see the tentacles moving. But it would seem that of this whole reef, the tube doesn't come into the reef at all. The tube goes around the reef.
Okay. The tube goes around the reef. Like that.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're telling me is that the tube is almost serving as the goalpost of a soccer net, with the maw being the net. Is this what you're telling me right now?
I believe this might be how Carol sees things.
I would like to open the back of my trunk where my little boy Carter is sitting there with his pacifier, holding a net of soccer balls. And I would like, and all I would say is, kick, my children, kick. And I'd like to start thrusting soccer balls towards this maw while trying to drive away as fast as I possibly can.
Okay. So would you like to focus your intentions this round on soccer balling the maw or driving away? Where would you like your effort to go?
Honestly, kicking this cephalopod with a soccer ball just sounds like so much fun, so I'm gonna do that.
Fantastic. Please make me a might roll. If you get higher than a 3, you will hit the cephalopod. If you get higher than a 5, you're going to hit its eye.
Oh man, this is where I'm gonna get the natural one, you guys. This is where it's gonna. A 9.
That just beats a 3. So you hit the cephalopod, and you start seeing these tentacles thrash around as a couple more soccer balls. You said it was a whole bag of them, right? Difficulty 3.
Yeah.
These soccer balls start hitting it, and you can see the cephalopod arm starting to thrash around. Pirate ships being flung across the reef. It's getting pretty spicy down there.
Okay. Is that my turn?
I think so. Guinea,
Okay.
is there anything that you would like to do as you see next to you Carol step out of the car like she's on the side of a street, walk to the boot, get out footballs, and let her son start booting balls at the at this well, for want of better word, Kraken, and things getting real interesting down there.
Yeah, Giddy Fox does not have time for all that, so she's gonna try. She's gonna try, and maybe use one of the old ships as like a ramp to try and get on top of the glass tube. Is that possible?
Yeah, I mean, Yeah, by all means, you can just you can 100% do that. If you try and use some clever like part of the reef to do it, we can give you an asset, I think, or maybe you can find a shortcut. If you'd like to find a shortcut or gain an asset, let me know which one, and I'll give you an intellect roll difficulty to see what you get.
Shortcut.
You want a shortcut? Difficulty 4 intellect roll, please.
He'll go find a second Kraken.
You can see one of these ships has like a large square port thing, and it looks a lot like, you know, have you ever played Crazy Golf and you get to the pirate ship level, and if you get the ball in that thing, it goes straight into the hole every time? Kind of looks a bit like that.
Mm. I'm gonna just do it.
So, Carol, you see Guinea reacting to your football kicking by driving towards one of the pirate ships with a large golden square in the center.
What are you doing?
I'm not trying to deal with all of that right now. You gotta get
Oh,
back.
I'm under.
Yeah. I just kind of wave through the with my windows up, just wave, and kind of keep driving.
Fantastic. Luna, under the sea, it's not all it's cracked up to be. It seems the cephalopod wants to play, and
All right, Sparky, I have an idea. You know how when I tickle you and you like flail your arms? We're gonna try to land on one of the arms, and then we're gonna tickle him and see if he'll fling us.
just as you decide to do this, you see a soccer ball from out of nowhere catch this, hit the Kraken in the head, and at this range, because water... Oh, in fact, probably all of you would have heard this, actually. I forgot. Water transmutes sound a lot easier. You probably hear something... I'll turn my gain down in case I deafen you, but something that sounds a little bit like a...
All right, Sparky, I'm not sure that a tickle's gonna help in this situation. So, maybe we can just make him more mad.
I hear sharks are the natural predator of squid. I hear that's how that works. It's definitely not the other way around.
Okay,
at all.
Sparky, you know the underside of your arm that's real tender? We're gonna bite pinch its arm.
Fantastic. This is going to be... well, actually, your goal isn't to hurt it, is it? Your goal is to aggravate it.
Yeah.
So that will reduce the difficulty somewhat. It's actually quite easy. Quite easy to aggravate a Kraken. So this will be a difficulty 2 might check.
Okay. Oh, I beat something.
You did. You successfully aggravate the Kraken. Now, please immediately make me a difficulty 7 speed defense check.
Oh no! I'm gonna put some 2 effort into that. Oh.
And you 100% do it as well with your 2 effort. Your roll 18 beats 6. That's one of the best rolls. You successfully navigate away as this tentacle wraps around its underside, I guess, where you were trying to go for. You can just dodge as all these tentacles slap around you, almost a tentacle for every difficulty level. And
I want to turn on the radio, like some Beethoven or something, so it's like classical music as I'm going through the tentacles.
Perhaps Flight of the Valkyries?
Yeah.
So enriching for the children.
I might even have Flight of the Valkyries, but I've already got a track prepared. As the Kraken is now flailing, moving, getting up, the whole reef seems to shift as this giant squid she gets up from off the ground, and it begins flailing around. There's already ships flying all over the places. One of the ships lands on the tube ahead of Manny. Manny, we'll go to your section of the race before I do anything else with the Kraken. As you see this ship just sort of smash into the glass tube, and the glass tube sort of slowly break and collapse ahead of you. You can stay in the tube, but you'll have to make a check to do it.
I mean, I'm in a submarine, so I guess I can just kind of follow where the tube was supposed to go, instead of going into where it currently is sinking. To make sure I understand this correctly, there's tube, tentacles now smash some tube out, and then there's other tube off in the distance.
Yeah, it's only a small section, really, of tube that's broken.
Okay. Yeah, well, so Fiona's right in front of me, because I lost that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to control the field and make my might attack to try and put her behind me.
I mean, of course you will.
Yeah. Well, I guess Roll20's had enough of my shit, because that's...
It let you go into the lead so well, and then...
For so long, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, but I mean, fortunately, I still get to put her behind me, thanks to control the field.
You do, yeah. So you don't hit Fiona, but you do put her behind you as she navigates around. But part of the reason might also be that Fiona is driving out of the tube, and you can see this small tray of cookies heading towards the Kraken. The Chuggabug is carrying their Chuggabug, and as the tentacle comes down and breaks the tube, they just make a break for it and start swimming upwards. In fact, they abandon the Chuggabug. They're out of the race. The two brothers and the bear are just... you can even hear through the... as they're swimming towards the surface. So yeah, you are now the only person in the tube, Manny. The only person in the tube. And it'll be my turn, as we have woken the Kraken. Can everyone please make me a speed defense task? Let's see. Luna, you're very close, so yours will be difficulty 7. Carol and Guinea. Carol, you are the source of some of its aggravation, so I'll give you difficulty 7 as well, as tentacles start shooting towards you. Manny, yours will be difficulty 5, and Guinea, heading for the pirate ship, yours will also be difficulty 5. Oh boy.
Okay. So, seeing as it's difficulty 7, can we, like, I'm gonna use something to... Okay, cool.
Yeah, of course you can.
I fail again.
5.
A 5. I thought you were going to say a nat 1. I got so excited. Luna, you rolled first. Unable to grab you with its tentacles, the Kraken inks. And your vision is now completely obscured. Any task which requires you to have vision to complete it will have a -1 asset until you rectify the situation. Carol, no such luck. For you, the squid the tentacles come and grab not your car, but Connor, and start dragging Connor towards the head.
Really fast. His name is Carter. Connor's my little brother's name.
That was some weird stuff going on there. So let's see, what else have we got? We've got Guinea rolling a 1. Beautiful. The pirate ship that you saw... is dragged under the chasm by this tentacle, and dust comes up from below. And when the dust clears, there's just a great big eye right next to you, and suddenly a current, as you can feel. A hungry kraken trying to suck you in. Justin, what's going on here?
Okay, so I used 2 effort, and then the +1 asset I forgot should reduce the difficulty down to 1. Between training, 2 effort, and asset.
So that
I
takes
think
you
I passed?
just up to 5. Somehow, rolling a difficulty 1 with all that effort and everything, you get up to 5 and pass. So you see a tentacle smashing the tube behind you rather than ahead of you. And you are still safely in your tube. Now, if we'd like to take a moment, everyone, to consider, I'm going to take a quick bio. Tee hee, Kraken fun, right? We're all having a Kraken good time?
Can I just say,
That was a knee slapper right there.
I really wanted to yell when he was like, the tube begins to break. Oh no, the tube is cracking!
Oh, that would have been pretty good.
I mean, I had a song queued up for if we were all in the belly of a whale, so
That was something.
yeah.
I just love how he said Connor.
Oh my gosh, my little brother's name is Connor. I was like,
It got real.
reaches through the screen.
You gotta save Connor now, like.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Which I love. I about died when you started having Connor kick the soccer balls. kick with all your might.
Kick. I am not playing this game to win. I am playing this game to make as many soccer mom puns as I possibly can.
That's the way to do it.
I'm surprised.
I'm enjoying that. Yeah, keep that up.
I love that when you frenzied, you got the speak to my manager haircut too. Like,
Oh yeah.
mhm.
My bio basically says that, like, it's very minimalist, but it says that she has a passion for orange slices and recipes with quinoa. And I was like, all you gotta know.
That's good stuff. You're
I
on
love-
mute.
I love the way the music came on again as I sat down. That felt very appropriate.
Thank you to whoever made the clip that says tube is cracking. That's fantastic.
The tube's great, yeah. Okay, so let's carry on then, shall we? We'll start off with Manny, because Manny's the only person in the tube. Manny, there's no one to create distance against. You're winning this race by a mile. Congratulations. What would you like to do?
I go fast.
Gotta go fast.
Yeah, I try not to die from the Kraken. I try real hard.
Okay, if you make me a speed task of difficulty 5 or higher, I'll give you an extra +1 as if you need it on your avoiding Kraken stuff.
Okay, difficulty 5 you set. No effort. Don't make it.
No, you don't. No. Did you include your +1 for being a submarine there?
I did not. So I do make it.
Just. So you get an extra +1. Like Grease Lightning, just go and...
Burning down that quarter mile.
Well, yeah. Blazing up the Heatwave Trials.
Yeah.
Let's go round next. Let's go down this time to Luna. Luna, as you are blinded under the sea, you hear knocking at your back door of your van. Oh, shark.
Who's there?
And from outside, you just hear.
Looks like we got a new friend.
Hey, Dice Priory, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, everyone.
Sparky, initiate windshield wipers and I'll go check the door. I'll check to see who's in there.
Sure. As you look, if you go over to the door and do you open it? Because you can't see out because of the ink.
Sure.
As you open the door, two slightly Germanic, very sober beer brothers enter your car, looking very sorry for themselves.
I'll get in here, come on.
Dankeschön. Can we sit in the back?
You can sit in the back.
Danke.
You owe me. And Sparky.
Thank you, Sparky. Luna, so are you using your action this turn then to clear your screen using the window wipers?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a speed defense task, difficulty 3.
Speed defense, difficulty 3.
No matter how much your window wipers wipe, unfortunately, the screen is still covered in ink, as it's doing that thing where, like, you know, where it's like, wipe on, wipe off, wipe on, wipe off. So, like, it sort of looks like it's clearing, and then it comes back the other way and just reapplies it all again.
Beer Brothers, although you're inside, I don't know that this is any better.
Well, we were kind of drowning. We at first believed that we could drink the water, and then we got very, very full and very, very sober.
Well, I guess it's better than that. Dying's better than sober.
Is it? Next, let's go up to Luna and Guinea. Or rather, Luna first. No, not Luna. Sorry. Let's go up to Carol, who's just had Carter, not Connor, Carter snatched by a cephalopod tentacle.
Yes. GM, before I make my turn, I have a clarification question.
Sure.
What is the intelligence level of this creature?
Good question. This, I will tell you, this is a difficulty 7 NPC.
Okay. So, I would like to use I have a special thing of Terrifying Presence, and I will use effort to decrease the roll, and I will look at the Kraken and say, "You let him go? He is an honor roll student."
Sure. So using 2 effort, that will reduce the difficulty down to a 5. Is it an intellect roll or?
Okay. Well, so I convince one intelligent target, and I can get it to a certain level. Target must be for as long as you do nothing but speak. The target is paralyzed with fear, runs away, or takes some other action appropriate to the circumstances.
Cool.
Instead of applying effort to decrease the difficulty of the roll, you can apply effort to increase the maximum level of the target. So,
cool.
Yeah. So, it starts at level 3, so 5. So, can I use 4 effort?
You would need. You don't have an edge in intellect, right?
I do.
You do? Cool. So that will give you 1. So 1 free point. So it'll be 2 per effort. So that'll be 8 intellect points.
I'll do it. I need my boy.
And as you start talking at the Kraken, you see this big eye, which was kind of focused on Guinea, look your way and just kind of blink a few times as it stops dragging the boy and just stops doing anything. It just stops moving. as you successfully mother the Kraken.
Drop it. Drop it.
Make me an intellect roll. Intimidate if you have an intimidate skill.
I do. That's a natural 17 plus I don't know what.
+3 for having the intimidate skill trained is a that takes it up to 6.
20.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Difficulty 6. I think with it being with you using as your terrifying presence as well, I think it does slowly let go of Carter.
Do I have any more of my movement? Can I go get him, or you just let him go so far?
I will say you can go and get Carter so long as you stop speaking and the Kraken can move again.
Can I get him safely back in my car?
Yes, I'll give that to you.
Okay, I'll do that.
The negotiation.
Yeah, well, that's what Cypher's all about, you know. Tater's asking in chat if they are allowed to make GIFs of the players, specifically Squire. If you're okay with that, give Tater a thumbs up. Yeah, there we go. Guinea, there you are, right in front of the Kraken Eye. It's more opening, getting ready to try and eat you, and suddenly from across the water, you're not quite sure what Carol's saying because it's a bit blah, 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 but whatever it is, the Kraken seems to understand and is responding. However, as soon as Carol gets Carter back inside the car, its eye narrows back onto you.
Can I... I still have my lights off, so is it possible that while she's doing that, I can just back up?
Sure. Do you have a stealth skill? That's a bit of a rhetorical question because I know I made your character sheet and I know I didn't type stealth.
No.
So just make me a speed check.
Okay.
I'll give you an asset though, as Carol has been distracting the Kraken so successfully.
What difficulty?
It would have been 7. It's now difficulty 6.
Okay. Come on, roll 20.
Oh, there we go. Difficulty 6 done. You slip away unnoticed. Where do you head? The pirate ship's gone. Your shortcut's gone.
Yeah. What is there? What is around me? Oh.
Make me a perception or details check.
How?
You have spotting details, right? So you can just press the little dice next to spotting details and it'll work it out for you. Ooh. Well, you are trained. So what I will tell you is you can see some lights a little way away that look like they're in a tube, and it looks as though they're starting to head upwards.
Can I try and make my way over there? Kind of slowly to avoid?
You bet you can. We'll use your stealth roll to say you can slowly slip away from the Kraken towards the tube. Where are we next? The Beer Brothers got in there. We did Manny. Manny's avoiding the Kraken with an extra +1 to avoiding the Kraken now. We did Carol. We've done Guinea. We did Luna with the Beer Brothers and the window wipers. So what we're going to do next is the Kraken's turn. The Kraken is not going to attack everyone again. Instead, you see 2 or 3 of its giant mandibles wrapping around the glass tube nearby. And it begins to start dragging the tube down into the chasm. There's no problems here. So we go to Justin first then. Manny. Manny, I'll let you make me a free perception check to see if you realize what's going on.
Is that intellect, I guess?
Yeah.
Difficulty. I feel like it'd be low difficulty because this thing isn't small. That's wrapping around the tubes.
I'll make it difficulty 4.
Okay.
Oh, just above average.
All right, and I'm unaware, so I'm just driving fast.
You are going so fast. It seems like the tube is moving at double the rate it was moving before. This submarine mode is so great.
Mm-hmm. So I'm not actually using effort for my speed. I'm just using that for my assets.
Okay.
So.
Oh yeah, there's still some effort on there though.
I was using the effort to represent my assets.
I see. I got confused. Yep, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So that's what, a 4?
Yeah, that's a difficulty 4 running speed check. You are going very fast, and you can see this corner that seems to curve around and start going upwards, and the corner is racing towards you. Faster than the seabed. It's a bit weird.
Okay. I'm guessing that's all of my turn. I can't do anything. Gotta wait till next turn, or?
Yeah, it'll be next turn now.
All right.
I would like. No, the Kraken was just moving the pipe. That was it. Yeah. So, Luna. We'll say, because it's been a turn, that you are that your windscreen wipers. I think between the 2 turns, you could have got it to such a position where you are like sitting there on the window wiper thing, going like on off, on off, on. Yeah, I can see. You know, we've all done that, right? And you have vision. You have a little window of vision that you can see out of, and you can see this Kraken going nuts on the seabed.
Sparky, I think the idea is just to go up. Yep, exactly like that. Now hit the gas. No, the gas, not the brake. And I guess I'll just try to speed out of here.
Yep. Team Luna's blasting off again. Give me a speed defense check.
Difficulty.
I'll scale it.
Okay. Oh.
You can see out this window that you are going up, but you're moving much, much slower than you would expect, even with Sparky being a little slow on the gas. Next, we will go to Carol. Carol, you get Carter safely back in your car. Carry on.
Oh my boy. Oh my baby boy. Okay. Is there any way? Okay. I would just like to just speed up just as fast as I can.
Before you do that, would you like to make a casual perception check? One of those free perception checks I've been handing out?
Natural 17.
You can see a shark that looks a lot like the Wild Thornberry bus. Also climbing, with tentacles wrapped around the tail.
Oh, okay. Well, then, you know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm going to take one of the socket nets that's sitting inside. It's actually really interesting because I was able to pop down the seats in the back to hold extra volume in voluminous space. I'm gonna take one of the socket nets and I'm gonna attempt to throw it on the tentacle and kind of capture it and get it off of her.
Sure. What kind of a roll do you think this would be?
I feel like it'd be might.
Sure thing. I'll accept that. Throwing. That sounds like athletics. Go for it. It's a difficulty 7 NPC, so.
All right. Let's take that down a little. I'm not frenzied, so okay. I'm gonna try and take it down one level.
Okay.
Natural 17. My goodness, this thing likes it. So that's a 6. That's
yeah. With the effort, that's only a 5. That's not quite a 6.
That's only a 5. Yeah.
So Luna, you see this net through your little porthole window in the muck, so sort of like.
Oh.
Oh, I think she's trying to help us. Oh,
Ow. I only have foot-eye coordination, not hand-eye coordination. Sorry.
Well, I guess gun it. Continue to gun it.
Guinea, you can see the pipe ahead. You can also see there's a large crack in the pipe where the Kraken has just split the pipe quite easily on its way up.
Then I can fit through.
Possibly. You'll need to get there, though. It's at least one stretch of distance ahead of you. Okay. And you can see to your left, Manny heading towards that pipe. He's been racing this whole time, so he can get there probably much easier than you can, I would say.
Yeah, I'm not going to mess with him. I'm just going to try and get there.
Cool. The Kraken lets go of said pipe. Manny, it'll be your turn.
All right. So I'm just gonna try and create some distance, I guess.
Yeah, sure. So you can see as you go around this bend, that the pipe does in fact split, and you can see off to the left, there's more pipe, you can see also to the right Guinea approaching the pipe. You can try and put distance between yourself and Guinea.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. So D0, I'm gonna use. So does only my underwater asset counts, right? Not my squid dodging one.
Yeah, you're not currently dodging a squid.
Okay. So one effort, and oh god.
You get to keep your effort.
Oh, that was an asset, not a network.
The intrusion will be. The intrusion is going to be glass that falls across the pipe, blocking your exit. As you're approaching, you can see the pipe over there. You're like, brilliant, nice clean shot. But actually, that glass has fallen across the pipe, and you won't see it until like the very last second.
Can I try and use my bat to break through it, or?
I think that'll be next turn.
All right.
But it looks like you won't be able to create that distance ahead of Guinea. It's putting Guinea back in the race.
All right.
So let's go next to Carol again. Carol, choices. Do you help Luna or do you head for the surface?
Okay. Let's see. Well, I got my boy back, and that's the important thing. He's an honor roll student. He has a soccer tournament coming up this Saturday, and I gotta get him there. So I am going to get out of there, but I want to give my. Can I give my 1 XP to Luna?
You can indeed.
Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do then.
Yep. Giving the 1 XP is free to try and just head straight up. You're not heading for the pipe at all, just heading straight up, right?
Just straight up.
Sure. Give me a speed roll. We'll scale it.
Okay. Ooh, 14.
Oh, 14. That's great. You went like that was a nat 1. Like.
No.
14. You start making progress up. You can see the darkness sort of like start drifting below you. From above, you can see the Kraken is beginning to settle as it drags Luna down with it. Luna.
I think the best thing to do is just to try to put it in overdrive.
Gonna just try and force your way out of there? Might roll?
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll give it a try.
Might. And then are you scaling it, or do you want me to put a difficulty in?
It's a difficulty 7 NPC.
Oh gosh. Okay, I'm gonna put some effort in there.
Hey!
Hey, I did a thing.
You did do the thing. Difficulty 6, you also get a minor effect. So as you pull free, what could your minor effect be? One of your suggestions was you get a free action, right? What's your minor effect suggestion?
It says I learned something interesting and useful. Unexpected, but useful.
Cool. You learn that with enough force, you can remove cephalopod tentacles, and that you see Sparky slowly collecting them up, and perhaps they'll make a good soup. Perhaps not useful in racing context, but life teaches lessons in all forms. The cephalopod starts to get angry again as it's flailing around before we get to Guinea's turn, but before it starts flashing around again, we see Fiona with her tray of cookies heading towards the moor, and the Kraken regards Fiona for a second, and Fiona sort of gives it a smile, and then gets consumed by the Kraken. And the Kraken settles back down. I can't remember if I've killed Fiona or not. She might end up being like Kenny. So, lastly, we have Guinea. Guinea, you can see on the left there, Manny having trouble with there's something's fallen across the pipe, and you have a chance to get ahead and get into the pipe. Perhaps you can win this race.
Yeah, so just try and go faster, I suppose.
Sure, give me a speed roll. We'll scale it. Okay, difficulty 3, it's not bad. You sort of like potter along, I suppose, into the tube. Oh, hang on, I thought you were... Oh, there we go. So this is you destroying the thing, getting rid of the glass, Justin?
Oh, I assumed that was a speed defense to keep her from catching ahead.
What it will be in this, because it's a special case, as you have a GM intrusion, is
Okay.
if you remove the glass in one turn and can carry on, then Guinea will not gain any extra distance on a free.
Okay. So I guess that's what this is?
Sure, just using speed to just bash it, or...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'll give that to you. You rolled an 18, I mean, you know, Roll20 likes you. So you can...
Hey, we had a spat for a little bit, but, you know, Roll20 knows, you know, who it loves.
So
it came back.
So at the end of this round, Carol is probably the highest in terms of depth, heading towards the surface, but they are not in the tube. Luna is at probably the bottom, having just got loose from the Kraken. In the tube is Manny Tuco and Guinea Fox, with Guinea in the lead. So let's start with Guinea.
I thought you said if I succeed on breaking that I wouldn't lose lead.
I did say that, didn't I? Manny is in the tube. Guinea is in the tube. The two of you are right on each other, though. There is no distance between you. Sorry. Manny, then. We'll go with you first.
Okay. I'm going to try and create some different. No, can I actually do a recovery roll?
Yeah, of course you can.
So that's what, roll 2d6 or
1d6 plus 1.
1d6 plus 1? Okay. 6 plus 1. 2.
You
All right.
regain 2 points.
Alrighty. Pass it over to Ginny.
So Guinea, you are directly behind Manny in the tube. Manny hasn't done any aggressive racing towards you whatsoever. What would you like to do?
I just want to stay close behind him.
Just going to stay close behind, not making any aggression. Just
Because we're still in water, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll stay. I'll just stay close behind him. Yeah.
Just staying close behind him. That'll be a free action. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Nope. I'm good.
Okay, perfect. Carol, heading towards the surface.
Yep, I'm just gonna keep going.
Yeah, do you want to give us another speed roll?
Yeah,
We'll scale it again.
12.
On a 12, you can see the water starting to get light. You re-emerge on the ocean surface, but you are about 1,000 yards away from the shore.
Okay. Not bad. You know, that's about the length of a soccer field, so. I don't know.
It could statistically be correct. I have no idea.
Maybe, I have no idea. I don't play sports.
Me neither. So lastly then is Luna. Luna at the bottom of the sea.
All right, Sparky, you're just gonna have to hit the gas again.
Sure thing. Do you want to give us that speed roll?
Mhm.
Hey, 15's pretty good. On a 15, you can start soaring up out from the depths. The water starts turning lighter blue, and you can see ahead, ahead and to the left, what looks like a 2006 Toyota Sierra on the surface.
Can I?
Go on.
Hey, brothers, I have a proposition for you. I've never heard of an underwater party bus, but you guys seem versed in party beverages.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get away from this Kraken first.
Okay. And they start turning around and start just producing bottles of beer unopened from their pockets. That's one of their special abilities, I think. So let's get to the race section of this game here. As I have lost. Hell, we're on the beach. We'll go for the beach version. I've lost my grand finale thing. Actually, no, I can get it back again really easy. Pro streamer. Manny and Ginny, you emerge from the water in the tube. You can see on the beach the finish line ahead of you. This is surely the last rolls before the end of the race. Manny, what would you like to do?
I'm just gonna try and you know what? I'm gonna toss a sonic grenade out behind me. You know, I think it's time that someone was thunderstruck.
Sure. So this grenade goes off behind you. Guinea, explosive damage. You immediately lose 2 points from your might pool. And then I would like a might defense roll, or you may not be able to have a turn.
Oh, I need to set that difficulty, don't I?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Speed attack?
Oh, I was thinking might, but
All might, yeah, that's fine. So your roll is a 2. You put free effort into it, or is that just assets?
Yeah. One asset for using a consumable, and then 2 effort.
2 effort. Wow.
Mhm.
Wow. Okay, so that will be a difficulty-free task to avoid, please, Guinea. I need a difficulty-free might defense roll. Oh, unfortunately, that's a failure. As the grenade goes off on your bonnet, or hood, as you might say in America, your car is momentarily disabled. And Manny, on this turn, will ride right up to the finish line. And I think actually finish first as well, because everyone else is way out to sea. Carol, Luna, on this turn, you will you be heading for Carol? Yeah?
Yeah.
No other frame of reference down here. I'm just wondering. You mean you could go in opposite directions? Carol, I'm assuming that you would head for the shore.
Yes. I actually would like to pop in. I would like to take out Finding Nemo, and I would like to put in my last-ditch effort, put in The Incredibles, and I would like to say, all right, Kata, you've been training for this. Now kick, baby, kick! And start kicking like a dash in The Incredibles, like with the speedboat, and just trying to get it to go.
Okay, so you can see in the distance, 1,000 yards away, Manny about to cross the finish line. There's only one way you can win this race. And that will be a difficulty 9 speed check.
Okay. That's 27. So
It's a lot.
all right. I'm gonna use. I think I can get it down to set. Oh man.
I will give you one free one because of your activating dash power. So we'll make it difficulty 8.
Okay. I can get it down with my points to a level 6, I think.
A level 6. So we're looking for a dice roll of 18 or higher to see if you can snatch this race from Manny, who has been diligently racing the whole time.
I'm not gonna look at it. I'm not gonna see it go. Nope. 11.
11. Luna, as you emerge on the surface, you suddenly see Carol dart away across the surface.
I imagine it's like a speedboat where all like the water's flying out the back of it.
Yeah. Thank you, Potato Hollow, who gifts an extra point to Carol. You can put in any pool you like.
Can I use it retroactively?
Yeah, sure, because I think I might have missed when it came in. Yeah, it came in like a minute ago, so that's my bad.
Oh god. Oh god. Alright, man. I can't mess this up. It was on a 20, and then it flipped. 16.
16. Not quite there, I'm afraid. Not quite there. But anyway, Luna, you see Carol dart across the surface. What'd you do?
I'm going to start preparing for the after race celebrations. And I'm going to start hanging out my tiki lights and getting my pineapple drink cups ready. I'm going to make this race into a profit, and I'm going to hang out my sign, $5 for pineapple drink, and start heading towards the finish line.
Fantastic. Fantastic. So the final racing will be, I'll let Guinea, if you can, let's have a roll off between Guinea and Carol to see who comes second. Straight speed rolls, whoever gets the highest difficulty wins.
Natural 1.
I feel your pain. That's the only reason it's so funny, because I feel it.
Guinea, you cross the finish line. Carol, I think with you swimming as fast as you are, You hit the shore, but unfortunately the finish line isn't right on the shore. So I think there's going to be a bit of friction as you slide up the beach, maybe. That'll be your GM intrusion. It's mild. So our final positions are Manny Tuco for the win, Guinea second place, Carol third, Luna did not finish, Beer Brothers did not finish, Femme Fatale Fiona did not finish, Chuggabug Brothers did not finish. The Kraken! And that, everyone, is the one shot. How are you all feeling?
Pretty good.
Fabulous. That was great.
Wait, really fast before the one shot ends. Everyone gets an orange slice. Everyone gets a bunch. They're a little bit warm now, but here you go. I just wanted to pass out my orange slices.
Sparky, you can put those on the edge of the drinks.
I think it's time for me to retire, but I've created a circuit for everyone next week. A circuit that races throughout all time. I'm going to be summoning every single racer that, the greats. Not necessarily the best, but at least the most famous of all races. And then he snaps his fingers, gold staff in hand. He smashes it on the ground, and he's gone.
Whoa.
Those summer nights.
Leaving him is the Happy Days theme song is playing as he's gone.
Perfect. Perfect. Any other final actions before we wrap up? Cool. Well, everyone, that was my underwater one-shot. If people were asking, I think, at one point in chat if I made notes, I can read you my notes out. My notes went Great Barrier Reef, Pirate Graveyard, the Kraken, and then the Zoom call reference number because we had problems with the Zoom call at one point. That's it. Oh my! What is that?
Notes.
From the session?
Yeah.
Oh my god! I need to hire you in some way to do this for me.
I wrote down every round and what happened.
That's incredible. Thank you. Wow. Well, let's go round. Let's talk about who we are, where we can find each other online, and all the wonderful things that we get up to. Also, tell us what your favorite part of the one-shot was, and we'll start this week with Kylie.
Hi, I am Stonefly_Kai. Blah, blah, blah. Stonefly_Kai on both Twitch and Twitter. On Twitch, I stream art and Magic the Gathering. And then you can see where I'm playing tabletop roleplay games on my Twitter.
Fantastic, thank you. And favorite part?
Oh, goodness gracious. Probably I really liked the beginning when we were introducing the characters and the orange slices and just all of that. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
Ooh, no, dropping the child. That was my favorite part.
It was a ton of fun. Thank you so much, Kylie. Next round, we have Squire D&D. Sorry.
Hi guys. So again, you can find me at Squire_D&D, and that's all I do. I don't do much. And my favorite part, I think Fiona was just cracking me up the whole time. She was trying to be so nice. Just R.I.P. Fiona. Really, honestly.
Fiona was cracking you up the entire time?
No. We already did that one. Yeah, at the end of the stream there'll be a 2-minute silence for Fiona. There won't. Let's go around next to Kate Swells.
Hello. You can find me on Twitter at Kate S. Wells. I spell it like Kate Blanchett because that's what it is. You can find me as the GM for D20 Error, which is a D&D 5e at twitch.tv/D20 Error, and Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at D20Era.
Fantastic. And your favorite part?
Oh, I think my favorite part was when you said grease lightning, because I'm a theater kid, and I have just all the lyrics just going through my head the entire time. It was great.
That throws me back. I did grease lightning in school as well. It was cool. Long time ago.
It had been a while since I watched it when I first created Manny, and when I was reviewing the lyrics, it was like, I can't use like 70% of these.
Yeah.
But it's fun. It's fun still.
That does lead us neatly to you, Justin.
Well, hi, I'm Justin, like Scratch just said, and I'm the community manager at Mage Hand Press. We make cool stuff for 5e, like sci-fi and Wild West expansions, and you can check those out at store.magehandpress.com. My favorite part today was probably the mothering of the Kraken, followed shortly by me messaging Scrat midstream and being like, "Can I retire Manny and make a time race for next session?" And Scrat saying yes. So
yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Justin. Well, yes, wonderful game today. I had a ton of fun. Thank you all. You were wonderful to play with. We'll have to get you all back on the show again very soon. Please take a moment, everyone, to check out these closing links. They include all of the places you can find us online, all of the places you can go to support us. Sponsor information, check out Mage Hand Press and Bird and the Storm Publishing for all of their wonderful content, and also a whole bunch of places that we can get 10 to 15% discount using our special codes. The codes are below the screen on the panels beneath there. We are going to go and raid Glitch Butt, and our raid cry is going to be, "You successfully mother the Kraken." Which is just fantastic, really. Just fantastic. So, yeah, I look forward to seeing you all over there in chat. Thank you so much for a wonderful game. We'll be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. EST with our Warhammer stream, Hidden Scars. I know some of you have called me Chaos Incarnate before, but you know Warhammer is all about hunting chaos and eradicating chaos and removing chaos wherever you find it. And my character may or may not be making deal with chaos gods to become a double agent, but that doesn't mean anything. It'll be awesome.
I was about to ask if you were the villain or not.
It was a matter of time. 8 episodes in, I'm embracing heresy. It was going to happen eventually. But we'll also be back at the same time next week for more cartoon karting. We'll either do another race or maybe do Crash Pandas. I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided. But yeah, we'll be back same time next week with more cartoon karting and more new players. I've forgotten who I'm raiding. There we go. I remembered the thing. So thank you very much, everyone. Until next time, keep on evoking emotions, and we will see you later on. Catch you later. I'm still clicking buttons. Professional streamer. Catch you later. Bye.